And welcome everyone to an NABC chat. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Murray State's Matt McMahon. And the Racers continue to race throughout the course of the OVC on their way to an NCAA tournament berth. I know nothing is certain here in February, but you've got the resume to get in on your own. We'll see how it all plays out. Just overall, Matt, being in your position in a league that can be considered one bid, has had multiple bids. What's that stress like?
I think you just have to avoid it. A lot of the pressure is usually self-inflicted, either because you're not prepared, you hadn't put in the work, or you allow the outside distractions to really take you off course. And I think to our players' credit, they're really enjoying this journey. We have a special team, but they've done a tremendous job just staying focused on the task at hand. Trying to get better and just win the next game. So it is challenging, but I think the old coach speak of control what you can control is all you can do. We've won as many games as we could on our schedule. We're 23 in the net, 23 in KenPom. If you look at those top 23 teams, our non-conference schedule is the 5th toughest in the country out of that group. So we've done what we can there. Now we just have to focus on finishing the season strong.
So when you put together a schedule, knowing you've got a good team and a star in KJ Williams, how much do you look at, okay, who will play us? Where will these games be? Because ultimately, win or lose, they will help us be in position to get a bid if we take care of business in our league.
The challenging part is getting people here at Murray State. But we were able to go to Auburn, which was a great game for us. Coach Pearl was actually the first Power 5 coach to come here and play at Murray State since our arena opened back in 1998. So that was a great test for us, playing in that environment. Went and played at Memphis back when they were full strength. Came back from 14 down at the half, which was a great win for us there at the FedEx Forum. Played Chattanooga in Middle Tennessee, trying to identify other elite mid-major teams that'll fit well on our resume at the end of the season.
When you have a star, and Murray State's had stars before, obviously, what's the selling point to say, look, we've got the ability to enhance your brand, new term, of course, in the last few years, feature you and get you to the next level. And here we have an example. How do you package all that?
Well, I think that's important. I mean, if the recruits watching this, since 2015 with Cameron Payne and John Morant, we have the 8th most NBA lottery picks in the country out of all 358 schools. So there's a pathway here. Isaiah Cannon did it a decade ago. Popeye Jones before that, Marcus Brown before that. But I think we're fortunate. We have two guys on our team who are future Hall of Famers here, and KJ Williams and Tevin Brown. They've combined to score over 3,300 points in their career here so far. And I think they see that through the facilities, the support of the program, the winning tradition, and the player development that we invest a lot of time in, there's a pathway to the NBA and the Euro League right here at Murray State.
Skipping ahead here, what will it mean to Murray State to go into the Valley with your rival Belmont? And then they just obviously added UIC as well. What's that going to mean to go to this new league that, for lack of better term, it just has had a little bit more exposure than the OVC over the years?
Well, I think, Andy, for the long term, it's an unbelievable opportunity for Murray State University and the Murray, Kentucky community. You're talking about two of the great brands in college basketball, the Valley, and then, of course, Arch Madness, the tournament in St. Louis. And we've always traveled really well on the road. I know we'll have great support there in St. Louis next year. But we've really, and to our players and coaching staff's credit, just stayed focused on this year's team, studying the Valley and the great programs and so forth in that league will make for a great off-season project. But I know our fan base and our university is really excited about the opportunity.
All right, so let me stay in the now. I'm going to assume that you are going to get in. I know you don't want to do that, and that's fine. But let me just skip ahead a couple of weeks. when, not if, but when you guys are in the NCAA tournament and another team sees Murray State in their bracket in that first round, or if they win, they may have to play Murray State in that second round, what will that opposing team have to deal with?
Well, I think what makes us a good team, first off, Andy, is we have a team. I think that's a very overused word in sports. Oftentimes it's just a collection of individuals, but we have a team that's truly committed to each other. We have 2 star players in KJ Williams and Tevin Brown, and we've returned, Murray State's made a living here for our point guard play, and we've returned to elite point guard play with Juice Hill and Trey Hannibal. And then overall, just our balance. We're one of 6 teams that rank in the top 20 in the country in both offensive and defensive efficiency. So what that's done, Andy, it's given us a chance to win games in multiple ways this year. So I hope that opportunity presents itself on down the road. But just like every night out, whichever team plays the best for those 40 minutes will be the winner. Doesn't matter what you've done all season long.
Well, just keep taking care of business. And I know we're going to be talking about Murray in March. Appreciate it, Matt. Thank you.
All right, Andy. Thanks so much. Go Racers.